ladies and gentlemen,
Yo,
I present to you, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Walshy Fire live in the building. What's going on, big boss?
yeah, man. Well, go on.
I'm good.
You know,
I'm good.
it's funny, man. Your energy's always up, man.
Yeah.
I think the people appreciate that good energy, man.
Thank you, my brother. You know what I mean? Thank you. A lot of people been hitting me DM. A lot of people jumped in. They want to speak to the man of the hour. Who is speaking about Walshy
Man,
Fire?
that's huge. That's
All
huge,
right.
man.
Okay, but let's
Yeah,
do this.
man.
Before we get to the elephant in the room, which is the clash, let's get back to the beginning and ask you right now, with the whole pandemic and everything going on, all right? How is that affecting you right now?
The same way it's probably affecting you and everyone else. I work in the entertainment industry, which means that I get paid by going out and entertaining, and there's nowhere to entertain. Therefore, I'm not able to make any money, and that's okay.
Yeah,
I know that there's people out there that are actually going through a very serious time. They're losing loved ones. I lost my aunt 2 days ago
okay.
to coronavirus. Yeah, man. Sorry, let me see if I could just touch this camera real quick and get it a little bit clearer. Looks like I don't know if that's better.
Yes, now you're talking.
Yeah, man. Sorry.
Okay, so you lost a family
Um,
member to Corona.
yeah, man. My aunt Cher died in Connecticut 2 days ago to
Yeah,
coronavirus.
yeah,
My great aunt, sorry, she was 80 something years old,
yeah.
and so I've lost an actual full lived with. Because when I came to America, I came to Connecticut first,
Yeah.
and before I moved to Miami, and yeah, man, and she was one of my best aunts. She's a great aunt, which is my grandmother's youngest sister. She raised my mom, and yeah, she passed 2 days ago from coronavirus. So I understand that if I were to compare what I'm going through with other people are going through,
Yeah.
for me to say something like, "Boy, I make the money, everything stop,"
Yeah.
it isn't showing the reality that people are going through real bad times right now. Stuff is really happening and affecting them.
Yeah.
And so, to everyone out there, I wish you nothing but safety. I hope that you're not going through any losses, and I hope that anyone that you do know with a respiratory or with old age is that is going through this. I hope they get better, quick, because I miss my aunt Cher badly, man. And talking to my mom and realizing how much it hurt her, I realized how much entertaining people at this time via our technology is important.
Yeah. You understand that. You know what I mean? And the thing with it, just before we even got on with you, I was talking to Prophet from Superfresh. And what he was
Super
saying was
fresh,
a lot of
big
people
up, man, big up.
what he's saying is a lot of people aren't really taking it serious because they haven't really met anybody or know anybody with the that caught the disease or even died from it. So the fact that you know somebody that caught it and died from it, that right there makes it 1000% real to everybody else right now.
Yeah, man. So anybody out there, if you don't think this is real, DM me.
Hmm.
DM me. I'll send you a picture of my aunt Cher.
Yeah,
It's not a joke. It's not a game. Um this is not something that I get it though, because I can be a conspiracy theorist myself at times,
mhm,
but this is not one of those moments. This is not something that regardless of how it originated, or like, oh, the government made it, or da 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 da, it's affecting people.
yeah,
It's affecting people. And so for anyone out there that doesn't believe that this is real, and that it could touch you, so you decide to go out into the streets to do something, and then you end up coming home and you have a person around you that you did not know might have respiratory problems, and you bring it to them.
mhm,
I don't want you guys to go through that. I don't
yeah.
want anyone to go through that at all. And that's not exactly what happened to my aunt Cher. She went to the hospital, and apparently she got it there.
Okay.
Yeah, she went to the hospital for something else.
Mhm.
Um, and when they did her autopsy, they said that coronavirus is what killed her. So,
Yeah.
it's one of those things, man, that I want everyone to take serious, take serious, take serious. If you don't believe it's real, DM me.
Mhm.
I'll send you a picture of my aunt here.
Yeah. No, that's why I like that. I didn't even when I was asking the question, I didn't even know that we'd have got this route here. You know what I mean? I thought you might have heard of
Yeah,
the
man.
web
I
days,
have
but
another friend right now too. If you guys go on his page, his name is Ty Diesel. Ty Diesel. Ty space Diesel. Go send him a bless up right now. His last picture is of him in the hospital hooked up to a respiratory machine. He's 40 years old. You know, this is something that is not, and I can say me personally, sure, I
okay.
know a lot of people, right? So because I know a lot of people, sure, it's going to affect me more than the average person. Naturally, it's
Yeah.
like it's like at the end of the year, I usually go back and look at all my friends that have died, and I go, wow, that's a lot of people that I know that have died. But I realize it's because I know a lot of people.
People.
And I also know a lot of people that are in the same kind of upbringing that I grew up in. A very, I grew up in a place in Miami called Carroll City. I grew up in Malines Road,
Yeah.
Jamaica originally. So if
Okay.
anybody ever goes to Kingston and goes to Malines Road, you see a tire shop. Behind the tire shop was where I grew up.
Okay.
Zinc roof and
Okay.
zinc walls. Dirt on the floor. Extreme poverty. I come to Miami and I grew up in a ghetto. So, I see how um, my numbers of deaths could be larger than anyone else's because of the circumstances and situations that those people face every day. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Let me just make sure everything all right. Don't move.
No problem.
I'm on a phone.
Yeah. You see, we're doing this
Sorry, let
live.
me just make sure.
I'm speaking to Walshy Fire. He just went to make sure everything is okay. Now he's back.
Yeah, man. So boom. So boom, like I said, yeah. So, I realize that, but don't think because you are in a place where you're not hearing somebody you know personally or somebody that or it's not coming from a friend of a friend personally and you think you're in this safe zone.
Yeah.
Don't be the one person that goes out into the world thinking that everything is sweet. Shit ain't sweet. Go with cautious, be prepared, bring your sanitizer,
Yeah.
bring whatever it is that you can do to protect yourself in case you buck up on somebody
Yeah.
that has it, and then you end up bringing it back to your family. We're in some serious times. I'm going to beg everybody, and I know that a lot of the people listening to this are going to be from the Caribbean, are going to be from the third world. Yo, it's extremely important because you guys know that in our countries, we don't have a lot of the resources to
That's
deal
the
with
biggest thing.
a pandemic. You understand? So I live in Jamaica. There's a lot of things that could go seriously wrong if we were to have a pandemic. Our hospital beds, our nurses, all of those things are understaffed. We have under amounts of those things, the technology, and everything. And so we want to make sure that we're double sure. We want to make sure so extra careful. So that's all I'm saying
Extra.
to everybody out there. Not to be super long winded, but take it seriously, please, 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 everybody, take it seriously.
All right. One last thing here before we move off the corona here. What's the biggest lesson it has taught you in the last week or two here?
Good question, man. So many,
Mhm.
so many.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where life has stopped and life was moving fast. I don't know how to explain to everybody what my lifestyle was like because I don't post a lot about my lifestyle. I barely post. I barely post
Okay.
just because I'm a little bit older, and so Instagram and social networks and that stuff it don't excite me. I don't feel like yo I need the likes, and stuff like that. So I don't really get excited to tell a lot of people a lot of the stuff that I do.
Yeah.
But life is fast, man. Working on music full time, touring with Major Lazer full time,
Yeah.
touring as myself full time. I might get 2 days,
Mhm.
2 days, 3 days at home,
Yeah.
in Miami or in Jamaica, and I don't think I understood how amazing it is to have your body and your mind on a schedule, on a regular everyday schedule.
Yeah.
I understand how unbelievably amazing it is to wake up every day at the
Yeah.
same time. I woke up this morning at
Mhm.
8:30
Okay.
a.m. What
Yeah.
time did I wake up every day for the last 2, 3 weeks? 8:30 a.m. You know what
Crazy.
time I go to bed? 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock me and I'm in bed.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
forgot how amazing that is. You know, to be able to turn on Forensic Files and be like, yo, I'm going to sleep
You get
because
it.
there's nothing happening outside. You
Yeah.
know, the most I might do is watch some DJ sets on Instagram Live, but I'm in bed. You know, last night I watched Kid Capri and Bobby Condas. What an
Okay.
amazing set that was last night.
Okay. I didn't
That
even
was
see
such an
that.
amazing set.
Wow.
Yo, it was an amazing set. It was all old school house music. So they were playing songs like Follow Me, yeah. They were playing songs like Hot Music. They were playing
Yeah.
songs like la da dee la da da. Like it was just an amazing set. And I just was sitting there and thinking to myself, like, wow, music has really made me a happy person. I've been so happy. And every time I feel the energy that music brings, I get happy. And so
Yep.
thanks to everyone out there that is providing music on these social platforms, because I feel the happiness that it brings. And hopefully you all feel the happiness that it brings. And hopefully they felt some happiness and some joy while they were at the quarantine clash. Now,
Yep.
mind you, my aunt had died the night before that quarantine clash, and I understood how much joy I would get out of this quarantine clash. And hopefully, anyone out there, regardless of what you're going through, can look at these moments of entertainment and feel that same joy, you know?
Yeah. Okay. I understand that. Since you know what? Great segue. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this amazing. Are you there? Because it seems like you're breaking up.
Yeah, man, I'm here, man.
Okay. Great segue. Let's talk about this amazing thing that happened online yesterday, which is the quarantine clash. All right. How did that come up? What was the birth child for the quarantine clash?
All right, just make sure. Are you hearing me clearly? I just want to make sure you're hearing me clearly.
I'm hearing you. You're just breaking up a bit, but I'm hearing you.
Okay, just let me know if you're all right. Um, is it good now? Am I okay? I just want to make sure before I talk, just to make sure.
Yeah, you're getting there.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So I want to say to everybody out there, this quarantine clash really started from WhatsApp group. Started from a
Okay.
WhatsApp group chat where the man them just did a fling dub plate the whole day, and I could tell that everybody's trigger finger was antsy.
Yeah. Ready.
Me, yo, I never drop dub plates in a group chat. Yo, ask anybody who's in any of the Soundman group chat that I'm in. I never, ever, ever drop dub plates in a group chat, and I was dropping dubs. And it
Yeah.
was me and Tech Nine Movement with a little clash,
Okay.
you know,
Yes, man.
and Speedy from Stereo 5 was a referee, you know.
Okay.
So we end up a fling some tune, and that's really what sparked it, man. Was seeing how many soundmen the whole day was just
You're,
dubs
you're
straight
chipping
there.
up there.
I'm gonna
You're a
just
bit
say
choppy.
I'm
You're
a
a
bit
bit
choppy
choppy there.
again.
Yeah.
All right, let me see if we can figure this thing out now. Maybe I need to lock off something. But yeah, man. Tell me if I'm all right now.
Okay. I think you might be better now.
Yeah, man. Sorry to everybody out there. You know, the Jamaica
Check now.
Wi-Fi,
We're
no, really,
working. We're
really, really.
working with it.
Yeah, man. Big up, man. I appreciate that, everybody. So, yeah, man. That's what's inspired this. Like, I got off my phone that night, and I was like, "Yo, everybody wants to clash. Why don't we just set something up online?" So initially, I was like, "Yo, I'm just gonna do something super minor, right? Just go up on
Yeah.
YouTube and clash." And then when I started to tell people about it, the more people I told, this is all within
Yeah.
one day. Sunday, it was either Sunday or Monday. I think it was Sunday. And the more people I started to tell, the more people wanted to get involved in some way. And so, you know, I mentioned it to the Major Lazer guys, and they were like, yo, we should put it up on the Major Lazer. I just changed locations.
Yeah.
I just changed locations. I'm hoping I just did a little bit better. But you know,
Okay.
in Jamaica, I gotta turn the fan on. I have to
Yeah.
turn the fan on.
Fair enough.
You know,
No problem.
everybody in the third world out there, you know, give me the wind, the cloudy wind signal right now. If you know about these, baby, look at that,
Wow.
two of them. You
Wow.
know, back
Yeah.
to back, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, we're not playing around, man. We not, yo, two
Yeah.
two standing fans. Let me touch this button on this standing fan. Let me show you something though. This is a new, look at the technology on standing fans right now though. Like, look at that.
Wow.
Wow. That's like, it's like super technological, man. You
I
could
remember
really,
as a kid, you used to speak right into the fan.
yeah. But yeah, man.
Yeah.
So basically, that was how I ended up choosing Mattia and Specs. I realized that those were two guys that were already doing streams. They stream all the time.
Yeah.
And so the technology was way over my head. I didn't know what I was doing, man. Like I kept trying and trying, and I realized that the vision wasn't getting matched by the tech. I realized that the sound and the visual quality were way below what I was prepared for. I didn't know what I was doing. So I know those two guys knew what they were doing. And yeah, so I immediately was like, yo, guys, I had a whole other thing happening, but I just got to switch this up. Can you guys teach me how to make this better so that I can go to the next ones and teach those sounds what you guys taught me?
Right.
And that's how this has worked so far.
Okay. Crazy. And did you get the response you were looking for? Was it bigger? What were you thinking going in was going to be the response of this?
I wasn't thinking it would be this big. To be honest with you, I think right now, within one day, it's about 50,000 people have watched it on YouTube. And my Facebook page has another 50,000 people. Twitch has a couple thousand people. I don't know if you guys have seen the voting poll. The voting poll has like 30,000 votes. It's insane.
Where is this elusive voting?
Oh, my bad. It's on soundclash.com. It's up there now.
Yeah.
You know, I bought that website from somebody that I'm sure we all know. And so I own that website now, soundclash.com, and I'll try to build it out and just do something for the culture there and hopefully get a place online. You know, we all used to be on dancehallreggae.com and we all used to be on dancehallminded.com for the OGs. But dancehallreggae.com is owned by somebody that I know and they don't want to sell it.
Yeah.
And so therefore that website has been down for a long time.
Yeah. Crazy. Okay, so then let's get into it here now. Your personal thoughts here. Who do you think won?
I would never say that. That's like asking Steve Harvey which family is his favorite on Family Feud. So I'm going to say the people won. You know, I'm going to say the culture won.
Great answer.
The culture won.
Because
it's not a hardcore clash at all. You know, and for the people that understand what clashes are, they could possibly be in the comments like, yo, I fuck with this, yo, I eat that clash this. Yeah. And that's okay. See, what I've learned about life, but especially this business, is you'll never please everybody.
No.
But most importantly, you'll always get their respect. They'll hate what you did. They'll hate what you did. They'll sit on and mumble. They'll be in the WhatsApp group chats cussing you out. Yeah. They'll tell you, say, yo, you're the worst. But you see, when somebody sits down and types so angrily, so aggressively for so long, with so much emotion and so much compassion, you realize they respect you.
Yeah.
They respect you.
I get
and you know that, you know, and you know that, Muscle, because I'll see people talk about your interviews, you know, and I get it. It's you know, I grew up in a bullpen, so I know what it is to make fun of people, and that's why I'm not offended by people making fun of me, because it's a part of my upbringing. Yeah. And so when I see people like, yo, Muscle asks weird questions, or Muscle's so excited, or Muscle's voice, it's so although his voice is going crazy right now, they're like,
the laugh,
you know,
the laugh is what catches it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And I understand why that's probably the easiest thing to point out. But at the end of the day, it's so difficult. It's so difficult for that same person to say, yeah, that was a good interview.
Yeah.
So when someone says, yo, his voice, or he's so excited.
Yeah.
What they're actually saying is, yeah, that was a good interview. I watched that. And
Yeah.
so, you know, we learned the psychology. We learned the psychology of it, man. Like at the end of the day, somebody could act like they don't like what you do. Oh, yo, every single day, somebody could be online saying, yo, this is the wackest interview. This is the wackest clash. They watched it.
That's the point.
And because they watched it, yeah, man. And because they watched it, I'm grateful. You know, because I earned their respect to watch something that was happening. They could have hated it. They can tell me to go fold up under my muma.
Yeah.
I said, Walshy, yo, you're the worst.
Yeah.
Yo, this are the worst clash. What at?
Yeah.
Their respect was already given because they watched it.
They watched
Because
it.
trust me, you don't watch something you don't respect. You know, you don't watch, like, yo, like for instance, I wouldn't watch a movie that deals with some kind of topic that I don't deal with.
Mhm.
I don't respect that. I don't respect that topic.
Yeah.
I don't respect that. I don't listen to music that I don't like because I don't respect it.
Yeah. And worse,
So for them to watch it, they involuntarily gave that respect. But yeah, what you saying?
not just watching, but they also felt so compelled to comment on it. So that means
Comment.
it really got into them. Even though, but sometimes what I've learned with comments, you're gonna take 100 comments, listen to what they're saying, filter down, take the constructive criticism. They might not know how to really place it, put it together, and then put the people that's just trying to get your attention, and then put that together and move forward from there.
Yeah, man. Like you see what Teflon Zinc Fence is in the comments right now, and he says that they're fans and that's why they comment. And you have to really understand the metrics of somebody that goes into a WhatsApp group chat or goes into a comment section and blazes a fire on you.
Yeah.
That's yo, as much as somebody go sit there and say, yo, that's actually work, bro. That's actually work. That's emotion that you're pouring into something because somebody is doing something. Like, you know what, Wansel, and I know you, I mean, I guess we got unlimited time, whatever. You know what I realized, and Teflon and everybody that's in the group chat, I see DJ RLO, I see y'all, see mad people in the group chat. Shout out to everybody here. I really think what you're doing, for example, is something that everybody wants to see, but nobody is currently doing. Chin was doing it for a while. Like one of my favorite interviews was when Chin interviewed Boxer. Yo, I love that interview. I was like, yo, I learned so much. And for whatever reason, Chin stopped doing it. You know, he got busy or, you know, whatever reasons he stopped doing it. But when he was doing it, I appreciated it. I thought it was the best thing ever to sit down with sound men who don't really get interviewed that much, tell us the history of their whole thing. So then I've watched you do that. You're interviewing sound men where people never get to hear them talk outside of the sound clash world. Like they're in the WhatsApp group chat talking, or they're at a dance talking, but you get to interview, you are sitting down with them and interviewing them, and we are learning. We are learning, and what you're doing is a huge asset to the culture. And so I was definitely down to do this interview because I really want to make the people that follow me follow you as well. I want the people that follow me and love Sound Clash to check out Muscle's page, and you'll see him interviewing sound men. Also, shout out to Gibbo. Gibbo was another person that, yo, people hated Gibbo. but people loved Gibbo. You see, when you won a clash, and if Gibbo didn't interview you, you immediately went to the WhatsApp group chats and online, and you bun him out. And you say, yo, but that's not to say, yo, it's weird, right? Because if Gibbo did interview you, you would have taken the interview. You'd have been like, yeah, man, I want to be interviewed. But for whatever reason in life that Gibbo didn't do the interview, I guess a lot of the sound men felt like Gibbo owes me. Gibbo owes me this interview, you know? And it's really difficult for people to understand that people have lives and situations can come up, and they could be in one group chat telling him about his mother and, yo, him need to go fuck off. And they don't know that he might have lost a relative the day before. Like, they don't know what's happening.
But I'll tell you the fun one
So
thing I've learned with this business here. A lot of times, what they're saying in group chats is completely different than what they're saying in DM. 1,000%, boss. You know what
yeah,
I
well, let me tell you though, let me escalate that a little bit more. Let me escalate that a little bit more.
mean?
What they're saying in group chats,
Mhm.
they never say when they see you.
Bruh.
Yo, and I'm telling you, man, listen to me. Yo, listen to me, Muscle. I'm a light-skinned guy
Yeah.
who grew up in the ghetto.
Yeah. So you know.
I've been getting pressed all my life. I've had to fight my whole life. I've
Yeah.
had to defend myself my whole life. I've had to look at big, yo, loud dudes bark as loud as they can
Yeah.
and fight.
Yeah. Good.
So when I see somebody in the DMs or in the comments or in the group chats barking,
Yeah.
I always say to myself, man, they would never say that to that guy if they saw that person in person. They would never, ever, ever,
9.5
ever, ever, ever say that.
9.5 out
Because
of 10
everybody,
times, not in a gossip.
yeah, never. Because everybody have a gun now. Everybody have a gun now. I didn't have a gun when I was light skinned Walshy, when I was light skinned LP. You know what I'm saying? Um, but you know, you can't one sound man diss our next sound man and it gets escalated. And then you realize, yo, they're never gonna see each other and actually fight, argue. Never. So you start looking at these online things and you're just like, shh. You know, after a while, you just start realizing, yo, I need to spend my time and focus and energy on things that are moving forward because I've already fought all those battles. I've fought enough loud barking dudes in my life.
You get it.
You know,
You get
I
it.
get it. And I understand that those guys, they just never go anywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So to everybody that hated my clash, yo, big up. I love you. I appreciate your energy and I appreciate your respect. Because even though you don't realize that you showed respect, you did.
That's what they did. So
Because you watched.
let's talk about three things you would actually change about the clash going forward.
All right. Well, the first thing is I won't do the rules the same way. I'm going to change a lot of things.
Okay.
I think that the 20-minute juggling is a little too long.
Okay.
I probably will shorten that to 10 minutes. I also realized that I eliminated foundations or older, I'm sorry, slower rhythms
Yeah.
because I was like, I don't want the thing get boring. But now I realize at the end of the day, most sounds have cut on those rhythms. And if I were to incorporate them in like say a 5 minute
Yeah.
juggling, it's not so bad, you know, 5 minute or 10 minute juggling. So I think for the next one, I'll do something like an intro round where the sounds do something like the slower rhythms. And then we'll do a second round with the juggling where they go into a faster rhythm.
Okay.
And then the international round, I'm going to be a lot more specific.
Okay.
What I did was I said old school hip hop, and I realized that was very vague. And, you know, we ended up seeing a little bit of a dispute on whether or not Eminem's Lose Yourself song is an old school song or not, even though the song is almost 20 years old. But the group chat, regardless of what the selectors are doing on the stage, to everyone out there that watched, and if you understand, you know that selectors are selectors. They are going to push buttons even if they don't mean it. They're going to tell lies. They're going to do whatever it can to get the response and to get the forward. So, you know, when you see Mata saying, yo, that's not an old school song, he's just trying to throw the opponent off. It's not like he really doesn't think that a 20-year-old song is an old school song. But the chat took it up.
Yeah.
And the chat was like debating whether or not that's an old school song. So I think what I might do is I might say, if I was to do old school hip hop, I'd say, yo, 80s.
Got you. Make it
You
more
know,
definitive.
more specific so that we could be like, yo, in the 90s,
Yeah.
you know. And then the question and answer, I think that was the best part of the segment. I really enjoyed that. I think that what we have there is a little bit revolutionary, to be honest with you. I think that there's something unique there that can grow and be a lot of fun. I don't know if you knew this, but you know, I was a part of the team that put on the Guinness Sounds of Greatness Clash in Jamaica.
I didn't know that.
I think Yeah, man. I hosted it. Everybody knows I hosted it. It's 2007 or 8, something like that. I can't remember.
The early one.
I'm sorry if my years are the first one. And we had that meeting. It was me, Jay Will, and Gary, who now works with Smirnoff, I believe. He worked with Appleton at the time, I think. I can't remember now. No, sorry, he worked with Guinness. I'm dumb, Appleton. Very Guinness.
Yeah.
It's like I just said Guinness sounds like great. And we thought of all the ways to make the Clash format that we loved interesting. So we were the ones that really introduced judging.
Okay.
Now let me tell you something, man. People hated me. Oh, Ross Clark, man. They bun me out. They bun me out. They bun me out. They bun me out. Me never get fire like that in my life.
Yeah.
And that's when I started to realize how much people just don't really love change, but have to accept that everything changes.
All the time.
And so you're going to have early adapters.
Yeah.
And so what we're talking about now is an online clash. I am not the first one to do an online clash.
Okay.
When the internet started,
Yeah.
that's when online clashing started, okay?
Okay.
I am not the first one to do an online clash.
Yeah.
And I am not the first one to, I'm not doing anything new. I didn't create anything.
Okay.
But what I think I did was take it to a quality level that hopefully I can help everyone else who's doing online clashes get to that level. I'm not keeping this knowledge for myself. I don't want to keep this knowledge for myself.
Yeah.
Anybody that's doing an online clash, we are here to help you.
Yeah.
I want you to get these tools so that you can still tell me, go suck my mother, go fuck off, after I tell you the information of how to take your clash to another level, and you go and you run with it. You know what I'm saying? And you go do your thing, you put up your PayPal, you make your money, you keep your clashes, you do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Because I really love this industry and I love the culture and I want to see everybody win. And so my intentions are always good, you know? So when I see the comments from people that are super mean and super nasty, I think that's the best way for me to understand that what I'm doing is good.
Yeah.
Because that level of engagement takes a lot of respect. They have to respect you a lot.
Of course.
To engage in that manner. And if I wasn't doing something good, you'd see no comments, you'd see no engagement.
You see what it is too is where you're actually bringing it, because Clash has been going on from like the 70s with what sounds right up to right now, but it hasn't really been brought into 2020. So then now with a platform like Major Lazer, where I would say 90% of the people that's on a Major Lazer platform has no idea what a real authentic sound clash is. You introduce
and you know what's funny is you have to admit that.
Mm-hmm.
You read the comments and you see people commenting. You see sound man that know the business commenting against little white girls from Iowa who have no clue
what's going on.
What is going on? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, when you have that in one room, it's hilarious. You get a lot of hilarious conversations. Like one of the things that somebody brought to me where a lot of people kept saying, "Why are they talking so much?"
Yes.
And that's why I took a little time out, because I said, "Good."
Yeah.
I said, "This is good. This is my chance to explain to them that talking is a part of the sound clash." Yeah. But you can't, listen to me, man. You cannot tell a sound man who's in the sound clash world fully that they're also in a room with people who have never heard the word sound clash. Yeah. So when they're in the room cussing and cussing and cussing and cussing and carrying on, they also have to understand that there's people in the chat room that are watching and going, "Yo, why is everybody so angry? Why are they so angry?" But the thing is that they understand that emotion means something important must be happening. Yeah. So it's not like they're running away. It's not like somebody goes, "What is a bumbleclot? I don't get it. I'm out of here." Yeah. They see the emotion and they stay and they're like, "Yo, this must be something." So if I can grow the culture, the sound clash culture fan base You know, it's kind of like you know, when they say, you know, if you get one person, even one person, it was worth it. I agree with that. Even if one person who's never heard of Sound Clash before says, I liked what I saw, I'm gonna start a sound. I'm gonna I'm way out in some corner of the world. I'm gonna send some money to somebody in Jamaica
Yeah. I
to get
mean,
a
so
dub plate. Yo,
yeah.
I win.
You
I
want,
win, I
you're
win, I win.
100% right. Give me, since we talked about three things you didn't like, let's talk about three things you liked, and then I'm going to get you on to another round here.
Yeah, man. So I liked the engagement from the crowd. I liked the support from the Sound Clash community. I loved seeing the new fans come out and investigate and kind of like, you know, what is this?
What's going on
Um,
here?
I love, yeah, I love seeing the poll after, seeing how much people engage in. But like 30,000 people voting is crazy.
That's
Um,
insane. Insane.
that's madness.
Yeah.
Um, and I love to see the selectors really just have a good time.
Yeah.
There was no real preparation for this. There will never be any real preparation for this. To be honest with you, I'm gonna go week by week.
Yeah.
You know, so there's not like somebody has a month to go and vice two dub for this. I don't even want you to do that. I want you to just showcase what you have. You know, and I want you to be quick with answering the questions and just show that skill. But you don't need for Vice no custom or Vice no new sound for
Yeah.
this. If you do, that'll be dope, but it's not necessary. Also, super important,
Yeah.
the amount of young, and when I say young, I'm gonna say 5 years and less
Okay.
sounds that have linked me and said, Walshy, how do I participate?
Yeah.
This is important.
Yes.
Because if we don't have new sounds rising, this industry is doomed.
1,000.
And I've had about 20 sounds that I never heard of before that are 5, 4, 3 years old
Okay.
that are cutting dubs, link me and ask me how do they participate. I haven't figured that out yet. I think maybe because it's pretty draining and it's a lot of work, I have to figure out a way to do like a small clash before the clash or do a up and comers clash on a different day.
Just like a boxing match where you have a couple of
Yeah,
things that lead up to the main event. That's pretty
right. But it's draining. It's draining. And I don't know if I want to be on the internet for 4 or 5 hours on a Saturday listening to dubs.
yeah.
So maybe I'll break it up to 2 days. But either way, I'm figuring that part out. And yeah, you know, we'll have the, you know, as I'm a big rap battle rap fan, and you know they have the PGs, the Proving Grounds,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and the vets. So maybe we'll have like a PG place where we have the young sounds. But I think that if you've started to cut dubs,
Yeah.
and most importantly, you're in a part of the world where no one is going to fly you to somewhere,
Yeah.
and no one is flying to you. This online thing is a great way to get you guys exposure.
100%.
Um, I don't know how to make money from this.
Mhm.
Maybe one day a sponsor will step in. Maybe one day I'll figure out a way to like throw up a Cash App or PayPal and people can do like a little, yo, I like what you're doing.
Money pull up.
Right. But the expenses that it's cost myself and Matia, and I gotta say a special big up to Matia. He went all out
Yeah.
on making sure that the stream worked. Matia's the real
Okay.
real help. He's the real help behind this thing. Specs then stepped in.
Yeah.
So I'll have Matia and I'll have Specs as full time with this. The first clash was just us testing it out, but now they are both full time partners in what I'm doing because they understand the tech and they understand the industry.
Yeah.
And so, you know, but special big up to Matia, man, because he spent hours on hours on hours making sure that this came out clean and no lag and no hiccups. We had one hiccup with the echo
Echo on Specs.
on Spex's microphone,
Yeah.
but now we know. Now we know selectors just can't have an echo, you know. So we learned that and we go forward. You know, we go forward with the info.
Yeah. That's proper right there. Listen, originally when I told you I wanted to do this interview, I wanted to go from, if you know my style, I'd like to go from beginning to where you are now. But you see, the clash was so crazy. I think for this interview here, I just want to this style here. And if we could get together, I
Yeah,
guess,
man. And not only
a
that,
couple
man,
days.
I think the kind of interviews that you do are best when you're sitting down in
Yeah,
front of the person and talking. Yeah, I probably would prefer to do that kind of like the history of Walshy Fire convo in person, you
yeah.
know.
So let me do this then.
Right now
Let me,
we have a great event that just happened.
yeah.
So yeah.
So let me ask you: do you have anybody lined up for next weekend, or you're still working on it?
Working on it. Yeah, man, like I said, I had to really just like take a break last night and just get my mind,
It takes a lot,
you know,
a lot.
just get my mind right.
Yeah,
But I definitely want to get I have a lot of interest from a lot of sounds, and I have a lot of sounds. Um, I think we're gonna have a great clash this weekend. Like if if we can get the technology sorted out,
yeah.
which, you know, like I said before, we'll take a day off, and then Monday we'll get back on it. But if we can get the technology to get these sounds to get the technology that we now know is needed,
Yeah.
we actually might have a super epic clash
Okay.
on this Saturday.
You heard it right here. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You heard
man.
it right here. All right. I got a round here called Rapid Facts. I'm going to ask you some questions. We're going to give you back the answers. And after that's done, we're going to actually take some questions from the audience. And we'll finish up. How does that sound?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
So you guys,
Yeah.
after we've done this round here, Rapid Facts, put in your questions and we're going to take them right here live. That's just what this is the Entertainment Report podcast live. All right. You ready, Walshy? Okay.
Yeah, man.
When it comes to chicken wings, do you prefer drums or flats?
I don't eat meat.
You don't eat meat. Okay, when it comes to vegetables, do you prefer cauliflower or broccoli?
Oh man, broccoli. I think cauliflower is a fake veggie. I think it's a lab-made veggie. Why is it white?
Yeah.
It don't make sense. Yeah.
You have something there, but we'll leave that for another conversation. All right. What's your
Yeah.
favorite color?
Orange.
Orange. Favorite basketball player of all times?
Man, you know, that's a real good question, man. I'm a Miami Heat fan, obviously.
Okay.
So, you know, of course, we're going to go with the Dwayne Wade. We're going to go with the LeBron. Um, you know, we're going to go with the Harold Miner, Baby Jordan when he was playing for the Heat. But you know who I really think has an untold story, man, is Spud Webb.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
imagine being in a room full of giants
Yeah.
and you're dunking on them.
Yeah.
Spud Webb is probably one of the most, like, you know, unsung heroes just off of physical, what your mind
Yeah.
can make your body do.
Yeah.
You know, so I'll say Spud Webb.
All right. Okay. Somebody just put something in the comment. I usually don't defer, but this is a good question. Do you prefer sugar cane or Jamaican apples?
Hold on. Quiet.
Do
Yeah, sorry.
you prefer sugar cane or Jamaican apple?
Sugar cane, man.
Okay. All right. A couple more here in this room. Your favorite movie of all time?
Kaiser Soze. What's it called again?
Unusual Suspects. Our Usual Suspects.
Unusual Suspects.
Yeah.
Usual Suspects. Yeah.
Okay. One word that describes you best.
Man, I don't even like that question.
Yeah.
So weird.
Yeah.
So weird to talk about yourself.
I understand.
Blessed, man. Just blessed. You know, just blessed. Thankful.
Very good one. Very good one. Okay. Your biggest fear.
None. Zero. And that's why we continue to do stuff like as a group and as Major Lazer.
Yeah.
I would say my biggest fear is then to not do something.
Yeah.
That would be my biggest fear, is to wake up one day and not want to do something. My biggest fear would be not wanting to do something that would get the place stirred up,
Yeah.
that would get conversation going,
Yeah.
that would get the culture move forward, that would get people in a frenzy. Like, can you imagine one day you wake up and you don't want to do nothing? Like, yo, this quarantine time, a lot of people I see all the memes, and the memes are silly. I cannot relate to the memes. All the memes of people that are like, yo, I have nothing to do. I'm telling you now, I cannot relate. I cannot relate because I have so much dreams I actually have books. They're called idea books, and I have these idea books of things. I have inventions in the books.
Yeah.
I have, I have movie scripts, and I have everything, because just the creative process is like, I want to get working on everything that I've pushed to the side because of DJ and production. And so I'm busy, and so I would hope that everyone out there who's looking at Netflix a lot, or doing a lot of IG scrolling, hopefully they can begin to look at something and be like, man, I actually have things that I could be doing, and that could be physical, just getting yourself healthy. It could be meditating. Yoga is a blessed thing, man. Hola meds. It could be growing your ganja farm. It could be doing whatever it is that you've been meaning to do. You ain't got nothing but that time to do it right now, and you can use the resources to the best of your ability. But trust me, man, I don't want no one out there to be looking at this moment and be like, there's no way I can do this right now. I need to, I'll just wait till we come out of this quarantine, and then I'll get to doing that. You're going to get left behind.
Listen,
don't play yourself. Go do it now.
You know how much opportunity and how many people are going to super rise out of these ashes that's being created right now, and how many people are going to disappear that was hot right before this happened?
Yeah, man.
Now
we are our hand. People, everybody listening, big up English Fire, original Black China youth. Everybody listening, coronavirus has forced our hand. There's a good chance, I don't predict the future, but there's a good chance we will not be the same after this. We will come out of this in a different mental position. Our society will be in a different place. I want you guys to be prepared in case that happens, with whatever business you've been wanting to do, whatever invention you've been wanting to make, whatever personal goal you've been trying to hit. Now is the time, because if we come out of this and people no longer want to go into long social settings and want to be a part of all kinds of stuff, you're going to have to understand, you better be prepared for that. You better be prepared for that, You
better change. All right, I got two.
Technology is going to leave a lot of people behind.
You understand? I got two more in the rapid facts, and we'll take the questions, then we'll get you out of here.
Yeah.
All right, I see some time there. Okay, one physical thing you cannot live without.
One physical thing I cannot live without. There's really, I don't want to do obviously the first thing that comes to mind is something really cheesy, like humans, like human interaction.
Yeah.
But technology I can live without. I lived without technology for a long time. Ask anybody that knows me, they'll tell you I was the last one to get a phone.
Okay.
The last one. In 2000 and 2001, when everybody had a cell phone, guess what year Walshy Fire got a cell phone? 2004.
Wow.
I didn't want nothing to do with cell phones. I was like, this is a curse. Mm-hmm. And I used to tell people all the time, like, I don't want nobody tracking me. I had an answer machine at my house, at my apartment. I was like, if you want me, I will call you back. Leave a voice note on my answer machine. And a lot of people got super angry at me, and it got to the point where I was shout out to Chantel Holder. Mm-hmm. She bought me a phone because she worked at Sprint. Yeah. And she was like, but dogs, you ain't had no phone, boy. What you doing? You ain't had no phone. Yeah, people trying to link it. They wanted to book me and stuff, and there was no way to contact me. And she was like, dogs, you had to have a phone, dogs. You had to have one of them. So Chantel Holder, big up. I know your birthday just passed as well, too. She bought me the first phone. And because she worked at Sprint, you know how that goes. The streets know. You know. You can't do it no more. Yeah, you can't do it no more. And I think she got fired. But, she showed a lot of love on the bill. So, the thing is, I ended up getting a phone just because somebody was like, here. Yeah. Take this. Got no excuses. Yes. I'm super, super anti-tech. Yeah. I'd rather just be living in the hills
I
in a
can't
hut.
believe somebody like you, of all people, are saying something like that. I would never in 1,000 years believe you
Yeah,
would say,
man. Yeah,
wow.
man. So people out there, when you see me doing something like an online clash, please believe that I went from complete darkness
Yeah.
to be able to do that. And that's why I have to thank Matia again. I went from complete darkness. I didn't know what I was doing and was able to come forward with technology, at least on a level to where it looked good. But I'm not a hippie, but
Yeah.
yo,
Like, it's lovely.
trust me, man. Yo, trust me when I tell you, man, the day
Yeah.
is coming.
Yeah.
Not soon, but the day is coming where you'll see me completely gone from all social networks, and I'll be living up in a mountain somewhere in one of these third world countries, and I'll be as happy as possible. I'll be the happiest man alive.
Okay. Never knew that. One last year. The best advice you've ever received. So hold on, before you answer, ladies and gentlemen, put your questions in the comments right now. We're going to be taking it right after you answer this question here. So the best advice you've ever received.
I feel like that was a question in the clash, wasn't it? When Popcorn said, "No, listen to bad mind talk. Listen to the." Them say we not gonna wait. Um, man, my mom she stay coming with them old Jamaican proverbs, man. Um, so shout out to my mom, so many. But I mean, just basic stuff like live your life to the best of your ability. Don't take any of these moments for granted.
Yeah.
I've lost so many friends that I wish were here right now to enjoy this moment, to enjoy this quarantine. Believe it or not, I wish I have about 50 people who I've lost
Yeah.
due to violence or drunk driving
Yeah.
or heart attacks because of bad late night eating habits. As we know, as DJs or as people in the entertainment industry, we don't take care of ourselves. I've lost so many friends. If I was to start to call names,
Yeah.
it'd be crazy. At least 50, at least 50.
Mhm.
And you don't know how much I wish I could talk to them all right now during this time where we are forced
Yes.
to talk to each other,
To
during
communicate.
this time of isolation.
Yeah.
And so I never take a moment for granted. I never ever take a moment for granted. And if you know me or you've come across me in life, you'll know that I give you that same energy. I share that moment with you as if one or both of us could walk away from this moment and it'd be our last.
Yeah. You
And
understand?
so big up to everybody out there who I've been able to share a space with.
Yeah.
Yo, like there's so many people in that are in this right now that I know personally, and I miss them so much,
Mhm.
and they've supported me and they've been such a blessing in my life. And so I'd never take moments for granted,
Never take. All right. So then that's
which
it.
is why I don't do a lot of ignorant stuff anymore,
Yeah.
because I realize, yo, you can lose it all like that,
Just like that.
like
You
that,
got it.
like that. Like the last time I got into a fight was 4 years ago,
Okay.
right? And so I got into a fight at the club and I broke my hand.
Sure.
And when I broke my hand, as much as everybody could say, yo, you knocked that dude out, though.
Mhm.
You won that fight. Yo, I'm looking at my hand and I realize I lost that fight.
Yeah. You get it.
I have to repair my own body now because of a moment where I could have just been like, yo, everybody out there, think, man. Think. Please remember, when you're ready to do that one little thing or even with words, when you're ready to say that one word that you can't take back,
Yeah.
just think for a second, man. Because I had to look at my hand in that cast, and I was just like, this is the dumbest thing I ever did. I can't DJ now. I'm DJing with one hand, but like it holds up your life, it slows up your life, and if anybody out there's ever broken anything at an older age, it don't heal the same. You know what I'm saying? And so, I've learned that, and I've watched a lot of people lose their life or hurt their life and make bad decisions off off the cuff, just like this. You know what I'm saying? And that fight, actually, I had two fights back to back,
Okay.
which is crazy. I had a fight the night before at another club, and I could tell that I was in a hot-headed moment. I already had that fight, and now I'm in the second fight,
Yeah.
and then I'm losing that fight due to the fact that regardless of what I did to that guy, I broke my hand.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like, yo, I got too many people that depend on
Mhm.
me, that need my assistance for me to go and mess up money, mess up life
Yeah.
over somebody else that I'll never see again or that you can remove from your life.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't want this to be like a lesson session, but yo, just please learn from me, people. Don't be ignorant. Ignorance gets you nowhere.
Put back in your questions. Let's get your questions before we get Mr. Walsh out of here. You know what I mean? Walshy, trust me,
Yeah.
you've done an amazing thing yesterday with bringing Sound Clash to your platform. You know what I mean? Because I know you understand the intentions of what you guys were doing.
Yeah, so intention is what it's all about. And I really, really, really wish um, everyone would put that word in their vocabulary and in their life. And as much as you hear people say it, and some people might be over it, and they'd be like, yo, I'm tired of hearing people say intention, intention, intention.
Mhm.
Yo, there's no other way to say it. What
Yeah.
is once you set your intention and what you're like, yo, this the intention I've set is to make the Sound Clash culture go forward.
Yeah.
Not everybody will understand that. Some people will not be a part of that. They won't support it. They won't participate. But everyone will respect that.
Yeah.
They'll respect the intention. So my intention is good, always good.
Good. All right. We got a couple questions in here. Let's get to them here. This one is coming from Georgia's Yard Vibes. Her question is, what's your memory of your biggest forward ever?
Ah man, I had this conversation the other day.
Yeah.
Whoopataw,
Okay.
U Club.
Mhm.
I played a dub that it was me and Willie Chin,
Yeah.
and we played the Nirvana remix. For everyone out there that knows Nirvana, the rock band.
Yeah.
Um,
That's it. Oh,
dun,
can I
dun,
stop you one
dun,
second?
dun.
It Smells Like Teen Spirit is my favorite song of all times.
Yo,
Period.
the song, but
Period.
the song is a genius song. And to everyone out there who don't like rock or don't
Yeah.
like whatever that folk, heavy metal, whatever the genre was for that song, yo, that song you can't deny is genius. Is
Crazy.
genius.
Crazy.
Even down to the name of the song, "Smells Like Teen Spirit." Like if y'all even understand the meds, I'm whatever. I'm not going to explain it, but we had Capleton on it. Come
Yeah.
on, everybody, this is fire time. And the place just, I mean, if you ever get a chance to interview Matia, which I think you should interview Matia, actually, man, I think he'd be a good person because he really
When
helped with this whole thing.
when we're done, send the link so you could get connected. I'm not connected him. We'll make it
Yeah,
happen.
man, Matia. And ask Matia about the forwards with me and Willie Chin, Black Chinese at U Club.
Yeah.
Yo, when that song dropped, the place, I mean, it shook because you had a couple thousand people just going, yo, jumping, yo, crazy. And this is a dance hall party. And
It's a
everybody
dance.
just was like, Yama's a
Okay.
dance hall, dance hall. Me, it was Warrior Sound and Black Chinese dance hall event.
Yeah.
And everybody there just lost it. Also, I would say another mega forward was playing Dynamics custom dub in Kenya
Yeah.
at an event called Kenya Nights.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Big up Dynamic, man. He gave us one of the best customs I've ever played. And the forward, you guys can actually probably see that forward on YouTube. Just type in Major Lazer Kenya live and you'll see it, I'm sure.
Yeah. That's crazy right there. And do you know about how many thousands of people was actually in the venue?
Oh, in Kenya, that might have been like 10,000. Yeah, man, the forward was big.
Yeah.
Yo, big up to Ratty, Toronto crew, Ratty the Don, original Pickering bad boy, Don of all Dons.
All right. There's another question here coming from Top Bananas 48. With Major Laser's growth, it feels like the group's biggest records don't have dancehall artists on them. Does new Major Lazer music feature more dancehall artists?
Yeah, so we're coming out with two albums. And one of them is going to have a lot more dancehall and African artists on it, and the other one is going to continue to go in that pop world, where Major Lazer kind of has grown to, where if you look at our last song called "Lay Your Head on Me" by Mumford from Mumford and Sons. First of all, how crazy is that Major Lazer has a song with Mumford and Sons? If you don't know who Mumford and Sons is, then that doesn't mean anything to you, right? But if you're if you're really into music and you understand the level of accomplishments that Mumford and Sons have had, for Major Lazer to do a song with them is a big, big, big deal. It's a major thing. And so we want to continue to grow in that aspect. Of course, you guys know the last EP we did was the Soca Storm. That was Caribbean. Yes. Mr. Killer. And another song, I forgot the guy's name. Sorry about that. The song's called Wet It Up. So we just did a Soca EP. And then we also did a Brazilian one. And I also did, and I did a solo Brazilian album. You guys should go check it out. It's called Jamaica Meets Brazil.
Okay.
It's got a song on there called Topo, Bud, and then I also had the #1 song in Brazil with a female artist named Ludmilla, and the song is called Verdinha. And if you look on it right now, type in Ludmilla and Verdinha, and you'll see it's probably like at 100 million views. But it was the #1 song in Brazil for Brazil Carnival. That I've been blessed to be able to go for my second time to Brazil Carnival. So that was amazing.
Wow.
A lot of people don't know the work I do outside of maybe the dancehall and reggae world because they're in that. And of course, I'm going to keep dropping music. I got a new song with Assassin and a girl named Kai from Trinidad, produced by Kit, that I'm going to be dropping real soon. So we'll stay in that space, but I hope you guys also check out the music that I do outside that space. Like I just dropped a song with Basie from TOK called Muévelo.
I see.
If you guys go on my Instagram account, you'll see it, and you'll see the link to it. Go listen to it. So I'm definitely full-time dropping music still, but this time has allowed me to do other things like a quarantine clash.
When it came to the whole Koffee situation, how did that come together from beginning, I guess from meeting her till Grammy? How did all of that take place?
Oh man, I gotta say special shout out to Kanisha Palmer, aka Mr. Palmer. He was the first one to bring her to me, and he brought her to my house when she was 16, and we sat in the living room and we went over music and everything like that. And yeah, man. And we just started making music from then. I think she's 19 now, but she came over my house when she was 16, turning 17. So I still have lots of pictures of her, like in my living room and videos and stuff like that. But great artist, and her journey has been amazing.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. I see a lot of familiar people. You know my boy Jillian there is in the chat. The OG God. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Shout out. We love shout outs. Specs the boss again. Thank you. He's in the chat. Specs, thank you again so much. You don't even understand, Muscle. You don't understand the work that Specs and Matia put in to make this happen, man. And they're definitely going to be a part of this going forward, man. But yeah, next question.
All right, we'll do 2 more and then get you out of here, okay?
Yeah, man.
Will you
big up to my cousin Randy Jarrett, aka Jack Spade, original Scarborough to Pickering bad boy. Okay. We keep it on the east side. You done already, my cousin, my real fambo. You know what I'm saying? I remember when we used to drive out to Ajax and there was nothing but cow fields. And we used to be like, why the hell would anybody live out here? And now they got clubs and they got a whole thing going on, man. Wow. Yeah, man. Big up to everybody from all parts of Toronto, man. Your interview with Soul Survivor was probably one of my most. Go watch that interview, Muscle and Soul Survivor. I learned a lot. Never heard of Toba Chung until that interview, and then I went into a Toba Chung rabbit hole, man. What a talent! Whoa, what a talent, bro.
But it's the power. I tell people a lot. It's the power of the internet. Because right now you're in your house, I'm in my house, but then it's hundreds and hundreds of people, if not thousands of people. When we're done, is going to see this interview. Just this. It's
Wicked.
just the internet is so wild. It's so
Yeah,
crazy.
man.
All
Yeah,
right.
man.
Two more
Love that.
questions, and I'll get you out of here. Okay. They're asking, will you clash? And the next part of it, will you get a member from Black Chinese to clash also?
Yeah, I'll definitely clash. Me and Wyclef were talking about clashing, and so if I can get um, Wyclef just needs a few things. We
Yeah.
talked about it, and if we can get him those things, then it would be Walshy Fire versus Wyclef for sure. Otherwise, I honestly don't have anything here, guys. And to everyone out there, I mean it. Like I don't have no equipment here. All my equipment and everything is in Miami. I didn't expect to get stuck here in Jamaica for this long. It's a blessing, but at the same time, I don't have anything here. Um, so yeah, but I will. But yo, if Clef, because I know Clef really want to play as Kenny Rogers dubs more than anything right now. Um,
You know that.
but if that's the case, then I would just hope that everyone could bypass the quality level that we're trying to reach, and know that yeah,
Yeah.
man, Clef will get killed. Not for good kill Clef
Yeah.
for sure. I'm already.
Dead.
And what was the other question? Black Chinese. Yo, you know what's funny, man, is Bobby Chin is always Bobby Chin is a hilarious guy, man. Bobby Chin never misses an opportunity to entertain. To shout out to the Black Chinese fans, man. Dupes, Willie, English. Yeah, maybe I'll even get English because the technology is what's gonna beat Bobby. Bobby don't have the technology, but English would. So you don't know.
Yeah. Okay, last one here is favorite songs before you join the sound.
Silverhawk, no question.
Yeah.
Silverhawk is the greatest
Okay.
sound ever.
I
Um,
see you
other
say.
other honorable mentions would have to be Youth Man Promotion.
Yes.
Um, uh, Hold on one second. Super D.
Yep.
Um, of course, the legends like a Bass Odyssey, Kilimanjaro, King of
Yep.
D's, Exodus 4x4, Exodus Nuclear, um, Black Reaction, Super Fresh, Turbo
Okay.
for sure. Um,
Hmm.
uh, Even Heatwave and Red Flames. I used to love those sounds.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Waggy T, Rhythm Force from Miami. If you guys ever wanted to, like, when we do that sit down, me and Muscle, we'll go into the Miami sound system. I might be the only person that you talk to that'll really break down the Miami sound system side of this whole thing.
Okay. And
But when we
I
start to talk
really
about,
want to hear that.
yeah, man, there's a whole story right there, man. So when we start to talk about, Rhythm Force was like my area sound.
Bad.
Black
Listen,
Shadow,
bad,
yeah,
bad,
man.
bad.
Yo,
When it came
Mystic,
to putting
Mystic,
song on
rest in
different rhythms,
peace. Yeah, man, Mystic,
holy
rest in
shit.
peace. Also Chip Lee. I went to high
Yeah.
school with Chip Lee. Me and Chip Lee had
Okay.
typing class together, and we used to listen to his dad's sound, Lee's Unlimited cassettes. Um,
Yes.
Shadow Fire, and the whole and Killer Mike and the whole Prodigy movements.
Yeah.
Um, like I said, Black Shadow, Rhythm Force, and City Heat were like my area sounds.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
yeah, man.
Black
Them
Shadow
sound,
was
those three
another
sounds,
one of
and
which.
Roadblock sound.
Yeah.
Those were the sounds that you know it's gonna probably end in gunshots. It's probably gonna end in some kind of madness, but you
Yeah.
never missed. You never missed. You never missed. Those were like my area sounds. Be a bad man. Be a bad man. So big up to everybody from New Orleans and the whole Carroll City area, man. Cuban sound is another sound from Miami that I think is too sick.
Yes.
And they really expand the culture. And we used to be on the same radio station together, because we in the streets and we used to do the underground radio. And on pirate radio, you could just be yourself. And Cuban sound, man, they literally, I think, opened my eyes up to what the possibilities of what sound system culture could be. Two Cuban guys,
Yeah.
playing dubs and killing sounds. It was just like crazy. Of course, Don Rankin from Toronto, big sound. That I've always been a fan of. It's too many sounds, man. I mean, I know I'm going to forget so many. I haven't even begun to talk about the European sounds Warrior, Irie Crew, Yared.
Mhm.
Oh gosh, man. Sorry, everybody. My mind is like too much
Supersonic and
sound,
all
you know.
those names
But
there, you
but
know.
Silverhawk has always been my favorite sound. Silverhawk has always been the best sound to ever do it in sound system culture.
Yeah, yeah. And since
And
we're
I'll
talking
argue
before I let
and
you
I'll
go, it
argue
was
that with anybody.
remember, that's really how we basically. I was speaking to Chosen when you came up for rum and bass in the summertime. I said I really want to sit with Walshy, but we didn't really get to connect. I put out the Silverhawk interview, and once I seen you commentate, I said, "Who are Walshy comedy?" Okay, left it alone. Then I seen you comment on the Soul Survival. I said, "Nah, man, this
Yeah,
is
man.
serious now." Sent you the link, and you said,
I'm starting to watch every interview you've done. Yo, Muscle,
yeah,
yo, everybody go watch his interviews. If you love sound clash culture, it's in depth, it's
yeah,
current, you know, and it's very important to understand the story of how these sounds came to be. You know, you got to start thinking of ways to maybe interview sounds that aren't sit down ones, like, you know, Jillionaire with the radioactive sound from Trinidad. That
yeah.
story is a big one. Cell construction,
Yes,
juggler sound. Juggler
that
sound
was
was
with Shal and those
one
guys,
of the most
Shal and
booked.
all of those
Yeah,
man
man,
there, man.
Shaolin. Yo, Shal, yo, them man, that was one of the most booked sounds. Yo, jugglers was like, yo, you used to see them on every flyer. You know, Chinese Laundry.
Doggy Slaughter. Yeah.
Yeah, man. You know, when you start really talking about, you know, Excalibur, you know, a lot of people don't know I played
Mhm.
Excalibur. A lot of people don't know that. You know, yeah, man. I
No,
played
what?
Excalibur, man. It was me, Doggy Slaughter, and Jester from Toronto.
Guy,
We played,
get out of
yeah,
here.
man. Yeah, man. Ask
Yeah,
him. We played that
yeah.
sound together. Um, you know, a lot of people don't know that I played Copper Shot Sound. I played Copper Shot Sound for 2 years.
What?
Um, yeah,
With
man.
Cookie and those
You
guys.
know, no, this was before Cutty. This was it was me, Mark Chin, um,
Yeah,
Donnie Metro. Big up
yeah,
to Donnie, man. It was really me and Donnie. Me and Donnie used to be the ones that used to go everywhere and tour,
okay.
and then me and Mark Chin used to tour a little bit. And then it used to be zigzag with Copper Sean, and me and Donnie would play like the lesser important dances, you know. Me and Donnie would go onto the country.
Yeah,
But yeah, man, yo, this sound system thing is my life, man, and I love it. And I mean, I love it beyond what I think most people even understand. And that's why I want to see everybody do well in it. I want to see it flourish. I want to see everybody make money from it, and I want to see other people enjoy what we love so much to the level of enjoyment that we love it. Because even though patois or Caribbean English could be difficult for some people to understand, there are levels to Caribbean English. Um,
yes,
there is a base level that everyone
yeah,
can understand. They can understand that this person and that person are in a challenging confrontation, and they might not understand the deep levels, you know,
yeah,
the deep
yeah.
levels, but they'll understand enough to say, "Yo, this was enjoyable." I
You're
think you said
right.
you had one
You're
more
right.
question. What?
You know what? I think, listen, if I ask the next, it's gonna just keep going on, and there's so much I want to say until we sit down. My only question now is, when are you back in the city? Or you know
In
what? That's a
Toronto?
stupid question. That's a
Yeah, that's
stupid
a real
question.
dumb question.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's
You're
a real
right.
that's a real dumb
Any
question. But you know,
inspiration?
we'll we'll
Any
we'll, we'll
inspiration you
be
want to
there.
leave
We'll be
before we
there
get
as soon as
going?
we can.
Yeah.
We'll be
Leave
there
them
as
with
soon
some
as we can,
inspiration and
man.
content.
Yeah, man.
Leave
I
them with
love
the
that place
content and
too
the
much.
inspiration.
Yeah, man. And give thanks, man. And to everybody out there, if you haven't watched it, go watch that clash. It's a lot of fun, and hopefully you guys will enjoy
Yeah.
future clashes to come. Quarantine clash. It looks like it's here to stay. So, you know, we got something good, and we're gonna keep it going. And big up to you, Muscle. Um, I promise you, man. If we have another good clash next week, we could talk about it again on the Sunday, man. We could do a little review on the clash, what went up, what went down, you know, and go through it, man. Big up to everybody in the chat, man. Silk of
100%.
Sweetness, man. Yo, lots of people here, man. I haven't seen in a long time.
Grand Coffee,
Raya
Simone,
one, new
Mr.
grams.
Black.
Yo, I gotta do some shout outs real quick, man. Deadly Dragon. Deadly Dragon has a dope record shop in New York City. If you ever get a chance, go to it. It's in Manhattan. You won't be able to find it, so you gotta DM him and get the address. Um,
Okay.
yo, Jay Perry from from Haiti, man. Sakafet Timal, Okane Timal, Sula, 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 Sula. Man, so many people. Mark, Macintosh in the building. Yeah, man, it's a blessing, man. And, you know, I don't mind doing this stuff, man. Doing it and letting everybody know that we understand that what we have is special and the world will definitely enjoy clashing any genre of music, but the style of clashing that we have set up, people should be able to enjoy it. So big up, you know?
Walshy, it's always love. Always, always, always. Can't wait to see what you have going on next week, Saturday, as a matter of fact, because you know we'll be there, and hopefully we connect on Sunday again. And
Yeah,
the
man, why
big
not?
one is when we actually get to sit down in the studio and chop it up. I have
Yeah,
so
man.
many in-depth questions to ask. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, man. Well, like I said, this could be longer than we think. So, you know, we have the technology. Maybe we just do it that way. But definitely, man, much love and respect. Everybody go watch Muscle's videos. Really interesting stuff. I learned a lot, man. So big up to you and thank you for your contribution to the culture, bro.
Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Muscle, and this has been another Two Line Music Hut's Entertainment Report podcast live with Walshy Killer, and we are out. Big up yourself, Walshy.
Outro mad.
This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinedmusichut.com.